Hi there. My name is Emily, and I'm so excited to share my journey of learning English with you. You see, like many of you, I once found learning English to be a bit daunting, but everything changed when I decided to combine my passion for travel with my desire to improve my language skills. Today, I want to take you on an adventure that will not only entertain you, but also help you pick up some useful English phrases along the way. Imagine traveling to new countries, meeting new people, and learning English in real-life situations. Sounds fun, right? Well, that's exactly what I did. And now, I'm here to guide you through this exciting journey. We'll start with my first big adventure, my trip to London. In this episode, you'll learn some essential phrases that will help you navigate through common travel situations, like asking for directions at the airport. So, whether you're just starting out or looking to brush up on your skills, this story is perfect for you. Don't forget to turn on the subtitles and repeat after me whenever you hear a new phrase. This will help you improve your pronunciation and make learning even more effective. Are you ready to join me on this English learning adventure? Let's dive right in. It was a bright and sunny day when my plane touched down at Heathrow Airport in London. I could feel a mix of excitement and nervousness bubbling inside me. This was my first time traveling alone, and I knew it would be an incredible opportunity to immerse myself in the English language. As I stepped off the plane, the bustling atmosphere of the airport immediately surrounded me. People from all over the world were rushing to their gates, chatting in various languages, but English was the one I needed to focus on. With my backpack slung over my shoulder, I headed toward the immigration desk. The line was long, giving me plenty of time to prepare for the first challenge. Speaking English to a border officer. Do I have all my documents? What if they ask me something I don't understand? These thoughts raced through my mind, but I reminded myself of the phrases I had practiced. Excuse me, can you help me? And, where is the exit? After clearing immigration, I found myself in the middle of the terminal, surrounded by signs pointing in all directions. Despite my excitement, I realized I had no idea how to get to the exit. This was the perfect moment to put my English skills to the test. I took a deep breath, walked up to an airport employee, and asked, "Excuse me, can you help me find the exit?" The employee smiled and replied, "Of course, the exit is straight ahead." Hearing these simple words in a real-life context felt incredibly rewarding. I repeated the directions in my head. Yeah! Straight ahead, straight ahead. I thanked the employee and followed the signs, feeling a newfound confidence in my ability to communicate. This small victory set the tone for the rest of my trip. I knew there would be more challenges ahead, but with each one, I would learn and grow. Little did I know, this was just the beginning of an unforgettable journey. As I made my way through the bustling terminal, the sights and sounds of London welcomed me with open arms. The crisp British accents filled the air, and I couldn't help but smile. I had successfully navigated the first hurdle, but the day was far from over. My next challenge awaited, finding the train station that would take me to the city centre. With my luggage rolling behind me, I approached another airport staff member. I remembered the simple phrases I had practiced earlier. "Excuse me," I said with a friendly smile. "Where can I find the train to central London?" The staff member responded, "You'll want to head to Terminal 5. Just follow the signs for the Heathrow Express." As I listened, I made a mental note of the words, Terminal 5, and Heathrow Express. I thanked her and continued on my way, feeling a sense of accomplishment with each step. The signs were clear, and soon enough I found myself at the entrance of the train station. The excitement of finally heading into the heart of London was building. While waiting on the platform, I overheard a conversation between two travellers. One of them was asking about the train schedule, and I decided to pay close attention. "When does the next train to Paddington arrive?" the traveller asked. The station attendant replied, "The next train arrives in 10 minutes. This was a golden opportunity to learn more. I repeated the phrase to myself quietly. When does the next train arrive? It was a simple yet practical question, perfect for any travel situation. I imagined myself using it in different scenarios. At a bus stop, in a taxi, or even when asking for directions. When the train finally arrived, I boarded and found a seat by the window. The view was spectacular, and the thought of exploring London filled me with anticipation. During the ride, I reflected on the phrases I had learned so far. Excuse me, can you help me? Where is the exit? And now, when does the next train arrive? These expressions were becoming second nature, and I felt more confident with each passing moment. As the train pulled into Paddington Station, I gathered my belongings and prepared for the next adventure. The hustle and bustle of the station reminded me of how important it was to stay calm and focused. I followed the crowd, making sure to pay attention to the signs and announcements. Stepping out into the city for the first time was like stepping into a dream. The iconic red buses, black cabs, and the vibrant energy of London enveloped. I knew I had a lot more to learn, and many more experiences ahead. But this initial success had shown me that with a little courage and the right phrases, I could navigate this new. From that moment on, I decided to document every encounter in my diary. Each phrase I learned, every new word I heard, would be written down, and this was my way of turning every challenge into a learning opportunity. And as I stood there in the middle of London, I realized that this journey was just as much about personal growth as it was about learning a language. Now that we've explored my first day in London, let's break down some of the key phrases and expressions that made my journey. These simple, yet powerful sentences can be used in various situations, and understanding them will greatly enhance your confidence when speaking English. Let's start with the phrase, excuse me. This is a polite way to get someone's attention, especially in busy places like airports, train stations, or restaurants. It's a versatile phrase that can be used before asking a question or making a request. For example, excuse me, can you help me? Or excuse me, where is the rest? Next, we have the question, can you help me? This is a straightforward way to ask for assistance. It's polite and to the point, making it an essential phrase for any travel. You can adapt it to different contexts by adding specific details, such as, can you help me find the train station? Or can you help me with my luggage? Another important phrase is, where is the exit? This is particularly useful in situations where you need to find your way out of a building or transportation hub. Remember, you can modify this question based on what you're looking for. For example, where is the ticket counter? Or, where is the nearest cafe? Now, let's look at the expression, straight ahead. This simple direction can be incredibly helpful when navigating unfamiliar places. It's a common response to questions about directions and can be combined with other phrases like, the restroom is straight ahead, or the train station is straight ahead. Lastly, we covered the question, when does the next train arrive? This is essential for planning your travel, whether by train, bus, or even plane. You can also change the subject, depending on the situation, such as, when does the next bus arrive? Or, when does the flight board? As we review these expressions, it's important to practice their pronunciation and usage. Repeat each phrase out loud, and try to use them in sentences relevant to your daily life. For instance, the next time you're at a public place, think about how you could ask for directions or help in English. Additionally, let's discuss some common mistakes to avoid. One frequent error is forgetting to use polite phrases like, excuse me, or can. These small words make a big difference in how your request is. Another mistake is mixing up direction words like left and right, or using the wrong prepositions, such as saying on the train instead of in the train. To wrap up this analysis, remember that mastering these basic phrases will give you a strong foundation for more complex conversation. By practicing regularly and applying them in real-life scenarios, you'll become more comfortable and fluent in English. Now that we've reviewed some essential phrases, it's time for you to practice. Let's engage in a quick interactive activity to help solidify your learning. I'll present a few scenarios, and you'll have the chance to use the expressions we've discussed. Scenario 1. You've just arrived at a train station in a new city, and you need to find the restroom. What would you say to ask for directions? Take a moment to think, and then say it out loud. Did you say something like, excuse me, where is the restroom? Great job. Remember, starting with, excuse me, makes your request polite and more likely to receive a positive response. Scenario 2. You're at a bus stop, and you want to know when the next bus will arrive. How would you ask this question? Try forming the question in your mind, and then speak it aloud. If you said, "When does the next bus arrive?" You've nailed it. This question is straightforward and can be used in various travel situations, not just for buses. Scenario 3. Imagine you're in a busy shopping mall and you're looking for the exit. What's the best way to ask someone for help? Give it a try. You might say, "Excuse me, can you help me find the exit?" Excellent. This phrase combines politeness with a clear request for assistance. Now, let's do a mini challenge. I'll give you a situation, and you'll use the phrases we've learned to respond. You're at an information desk, and you need to find the train to central London. What would you say? Pause for a moment, think about it, and then say your response out loud. If you said, "Excuse me, where can I find the train to central London?" You've got it. This is a practical and polite way to ask for directions. To reinforce your learning, try writing your own scenarios in the comments and practicing the responses. Remember, the more you practice, the more confident you'll become. Don't worry about making mistakes, it's all part of the learning process. Congratulations! You've just completed a journey through some essential English phrases that can make your travels smoother and more enjoyable. Today, you learned how to ask for help, find directions, and inquire about scheduler skills that will undoubtedly boost your confidence when navigating new environments. Remember, learning a new language is like taking small steps on a long journey. Each phrase you master brings you closer to fluency, and every interaction is an opportunity to practice and grow. Don't be discouraged by mistakes. They're simply stepping stones to improvement. With each attempt, you're building a stronger foundation for your language skills. Think back to the story we shared today. My experience in London was filled with small victories that came from using simple English phrases. Just like I did, you too can face new challenges with courage and curiosity. Whether you're traveling, meeting new people, or exploring different cultures, your ability to communicate in English will open countless doors. Before we wrap up, I want to encourage you to continue practicing these phrases. Use them in your daily life, even if it's just talking to yourself or practicing with friends. The more you use them, the more natural they'll become. And don't forget to come back for more stories and lessons that will help you on your English learning journey. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with others who might benefit from it. Together, we can make learning English an exciting adventure. Keep practicing, stay positive, and remember, every step you take brings you closer to your goals. See you in the next story.